Garden. We're just staying consistent. That's one of our main focuses, is getting that playbook, making sure we stay consistent. But really bringing we got a lot of new guys now too. We're bringing all those new guys along, making sure they're staying consistent, just playing to Alabama standard.
How much more comfortable are you in this defense, and is that going to give you that extra step? It seems like you were just like one step away from getting a few sacks, you know?
It's, once we get a new head coach, new scheme and everything, it's always going to take that time to really adjust, but now it's like it just comes easy. Like how I was playing back at A&M, I just knew every play. Now it's like, did that same play last year. I'm already knowing, so I'm more efficient with my moves, making sure like I don't have to focus on what am I going to do. Like I'm just going to do it.
Are you expecting a higher sack total this year?
Oh yeah, of course.
What does it look like in, I guess, the defensive line room when, the emphasis is on more pressure, more sacks, more tackles for loss? What does that look like, I guess, from a practical standpoint?
That just makes us want to be better. Last year we didn't get as many sacks and pressures as we wanted to. And of course, like, they gave us a goal task. Like, that's what we're striving for this summer, spring, like, how are we going to get in the backfield? And that's what Womack has implemented more as well, is how are we going to implement more ways to make sure that D-line is in that backfield.
So what does that look like on the practice field? Like, what kinds of things are you all doing to kind of promote that?
I say instead of, like, just sitting on the line, making sure we holding gaps for the backers, it's more just us going at our own speed, like making sure we're just getting off that ball.
Kelby's coming in with kind of a similar situation as you did last year. How do you kind of help him, especially as a guy that can maybe play a little bit of both positions? So how do you kind of help him kind of transition to Alabama?
Really just making sure, because he's played time at Florida. Like, he's got on the field, and he's already considered a vet coming in, even though it's a new scheme and everything. It's really just bringing him in, making sure we're bringing him into that leadership role. I feel like that's that next part of him growing up. So I'm making sure he becomes more of a leader. So like now he's learning new plays, but what are we going to do next year when when we're gone? We need him to start implementing those plays with the players.
You were one of a number of seniors that decided to come back for their senior year. What went into that decision for you, and what have those conversations been?
It was really my very own decision. I felt like I left a lot on the table last year, especially sack-wise. Pressures are cool and all, but you know what the guys really want to see is who's really making that production. So it was more like I know I was up there second, first round, but I know I left way more production on the board, and I'm just trying to solidify that spot in the first round.
You got a number in mind? How many sacks you want to get?
Double digits. Anything over double digits. That's my goal.
Who are some of the newcomers, kind of banded or along the defensive line that kind of stood out to you so far this spring?
Say it again.
Who are some of the guys that have stood out along the defensive line? Newcomers or just people playing the bandit position?
Definitely Kelby, but Jordan Renard, he's definitely stepped up his game for real. He was one of those young guys that had to play behind me and Zebo last year, but just seeing him transition and his mature level, just that rising, I could just tell he's going to be a great leader coming up this year.
How much different is Zebo on the field? I think we saw he lost a ton of weight to go play that Wolf position. Just how different does he look when he's out there?
Man, he's like 10 times faster. Like, it's a different type of game when you lose that weight, because when I came in, I had to gain weight. It kind of slows your game down a little bit, but you have to make sure you adjust to that weight. Zebo, he's taking his weight loss to another level. Like, just him actually being up, like he's adjusting just like this, as if he was already that weight. So him being able to make sure he's moving faster just expands his game more, especially when he has to drop himself.
Kane talked about the maybe lack of depth at defensive tackle, or he says he never has enough depth, but how versatile is this defensive line, and kind of how much can you guys maybe help out a little bit in the inside as well as at the bandit and stuff?
Oh, well, like I said before, like me and Kelby, especially Jordan, like anybody on the D-line can play any position. Like when it comes to 3 down, 4 down, we have a lot of our guys moving inside and outside just to get a feel of that. But it's more of like third downs especially. I mean, our heaviest guy right now is 310 TK. Like we got more guys that can just get up and go instead of having just take up blocks. So it's more striving for production this year.
How is Keon Keeley progressing?
Oh well, I mean, like out of my 3 years of playing in college football, I haven't seen a guy like Keon be able to like just keep making jumps year by year. And like he's got a great mindset. But like at the end of the day, we're Alabama. So like, dude, it just really just keep on clicking.